This is the final home game for both these squads. Osaka EVESSA hosting Nagasaki VELCA right here at the Okini Arena, Maishima. Good afternoon, basketball fans, and welcome to B.LEAGUE action this Sunday afternoon. The regular season comes to a close right here. And for these fans, it's the final time they're going to see their respective squads here for the season of 2024-2025. As we take a look at the team standings, this is a Western Conference matchup. And in fourth spot, Osaka. And in sixth spot, we have Nagasaki. Both these squads are not going to be able to make it to the playoffs. Both these squads are done after today. And so it's imperative for both these squads to finish the season on a winning note. These two squads faced each other yesterday, and Nagasaki VELCA won that one 89-72. As we take a look at the brackets for the B.LEAGUE Championship for 2024-2025. Those 8 teams are making it to the playoffs. Those 8 teams are making it to the postseason. Let's take a look at the lineup here of Coach Hiroki Fujita in Osaka. Of course, they got Ray Parks, number 1. They got number 5, Matt Bonds. They have number 11, Ryan Luther. And number 52, Volodymyr Herun. There's Bonds. There's Herun. They're going to be leading the charge for their squad in this final home game. On the other side, for Coach Wade, they're going to have number 7, Gerald Brantley, former NBA player. Number 13, Mark Smith, that's him on your screens. Number 15, AJ Edu from the Philippines. And number 18, Uday Baba, together with the new addition, number 22, Tanner Groves. Key player matchup will be Bonds up against Smith. You can see their averages. Both these players on the floor for almost 30 minutes, coming up with the same amount of numbers. Those are the numbers they need to be able to come up with here this afternoon to make their team competitive. Yesterday, Osaka losing by 17 points. They need to be able to make a lot of changes here today, or else they will finish the season losing 2 straight right here at home. For Nagasaki, they want to send a good message to their fans as they end the season here, hopefully on a high note. There's Coach Fujita. There's Coach Modi Maor. Funny, he was not listed. That's Coach Modi right there with his back to us. Now time to introduce the visitors, the squad of Nagasaki VELCA. So there you have the starters for Nagasaki. Number 7, Brantley. Number 13, Smith. Number 15, Edu. And then they have number 17, Hayato Yamaguchi, who did very well yesterday. Hayato came up with 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and 1 block. And filling out their final 5 is Yudai Baba, the Japanese basketball star. These are the numbers from yesterday's affair. Look at Osaka, 18 turnovers, just 10 for Nagasaki. That was a big factor. And again, the points in the paint, 50-30 in favor of Nagasaki. That was huge. You can see they shot so much better from 2 and from 3. Gerald Brantley with a big slam there. Matt Bonds had his share of points. Bonds would finish with decent numbers, 18 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. But Mark Smith, you can see him there, skying for that shot, would have 14 points, 3 rebounds, 5 assists, 6 steals, and 1 block. Tremendous performance for Mark Smith. Leading scorer for Osaka yesterday was Ryan Luther with his 20 points, 10 boards. He also had 5 dimes and 3 steals. Now we got the starters for Osaka. And the starters for Osaka. Number 1, Parks. They have number 3, check that, number 5, Bonds. Number 12, that is Daiki Tsuchiya. Number 52, Herun. And number 88, Maki. Our officials for this match: referee Hiraide, referee Ayoki, and referee Tsuji. We are all set to go here as you got the starters once again. For Osaka, Parks, Bonds, Tsuchiya, Herun, and Maki. For VELCA, they've got Brantley, Smith, Edu, Yamaguchi, and Baba. Both these teams want to give their fans a big smile on their faces with a victory here. Last game before they say goodbye to the 2024-2025 season of the B-League. Who will get the victory? Will it be Osaka? Will it be Nagasaki? We will find out. Once again, these two squads faced each other yesterday already, and VELCA winning 89-72. There's Baba. There's Brantley. Had pretty good numbers in the NBA. They expected him to really dominate here in the B-League. Not able to lead his squad to as many victories as they would want to. Osaka, with a victory here, will finish at 500 because their record at the moment is 29-30. For Nagasaki, the record is 25-34. Coach Fujita, nice smile on his face. There's Coach Modi Maor. One final time around the block before we close the regular season. And the fans trying to make the most of this because the next time they're going to see their squads will be in October. So that's 5 months away. First possession to Brantley and company. As usual, they go to Mark Smith. One of the few teams that have actually gotten a point guard as an import. Mark Smith is 6'5". Brantley scores. That's not a surprise. 2-0 early here for VELCA. Parks left wide open. That was a breakdown in defense. Rodimir Hirundo got the inside track. First personal foul going to be called on AJ Edu. That's a travel. You're not allowed to run along the baseline. You can do that on a made basket. That's the only time you can do so. Turnover there. That's basic basketball. That's why Coach Fujita with a frown on his face. Good defense there on the help by Hirun. Mark Smith will lose possession. So tit for tat off those turnovers. Not a good way to start. Once again, moving along the sideline there. That could have been very close to another travel. Matt Mons gets away there. A foul's going to be called on Brantley. Not able to make the layup. But he's going to head to the line for 2 shots. That should have been a 3-point play. And Bonds knows it. First personal foul going to be called on Jarrell. We're going to tie things up with these 2 free throws. Fans being very animated here. Why not? It's the final game of the regular season for both these squads. They're going to miss their teams for 5 long months. What a time for these players to rest, recover, and get ready. Time for the general managers to earn their money as they try to form competitive squads for the next season. We're tied at 2. Mark Smith gets that pick there. Sends it down. Baba left open for 3. Will come up short. Uday Baba with a disappointing season here. His squad's not going to be able to make it to the postseason. Obviously, with the addition of Uday Baba here, they were expecting big things. Mark Smith with a foul. Nice roll to the basket by Hirun. And that, very quickly, is going to be the 3rd personal foul. Check that. First personal foul, 3 team fouls for Nagasaki. One more, they're going to be in the penalty. And we've got loads of basketball still to be played here in the opening period. Maki will not pull the trigger. But Parks will. Parks with his first bucket. Now a 3-point lead for the hosts at 5-2. Skying inside. That's good defense by Hirun. Denying Baba. Very hard to take a shot off of somebody who's 6'10". Floater for Brantley works. Brantley's got 4 points. Off the break. Quick pass there by Smith. He gets tied up though. Watch that last piece of action. Brantley with his long arms. Baba. Park Smith is trying to get it there. So foul's going to be called. Brantley on the line. Hayato Maki with his first personal and first team foul here for Osaka. Brantley converts. Miss on the second. We'll tie things up once again here at 5. AJ being extra aggressive on the wing. I think he's got to temper that a little bit because his team is just one team foul away from the penalty. Bonds. That would have been an assist for Parks. Parks trying to track that down. Parks saying he didn't touch it. Not quite sure though if they're going to want to use a challenge this early. AJ brings it down. 2.5 gone in the opening period. Baba. I look to create for his squad. Can't find AJ Edu. Brantley. Puts up a long one. Baba will keep that alive. Puts up a 3. Yes! 3-point lead now for Nagasaki. It's their biggest lead. Quickly erased here off that 3. Ooh, they're going to say it's a long 2. So 1-point lead still for Nagasaki. Pressure in the backcourt by Parks. Smith gets away. Mark Smith will be fouled. Might not be on Parks. Might have been on the collision there. But they give it to Parks. Brantley tries to spin. That was a prayer of a shot. Here comes Parks. A lot of contact. Up against Brantley, he'll give it up. Joel Odemir will try to make his move. He'll slip. Baba on the break. And Udai scores. Back to a 3-point advantage here for Nagasaki. Foul's going to be called there, and that foul of AJ Edu is his second, and that's going to put his team in the penalty with so much still to be played here. Coming in for the first time, number 4, Masaya Karimata. Tanner Groves is also in the ball game, number 22. That wasn't a good inbounds. Parks apologizes. Coach Fujita not happy at this stage. You cannot come up with those silly turnovers. Especially after losing by 17 to this squad. You're playing at home. You want to be able to make sure that you make things really difficult for the visitors. To the wing, Baba. Just hit a 3. Extricates. That's good switching defense. And the pass to the corner. Away from the hands of Tanner. There's Coach Modi. Jumper not gonna work. Getting away inside. Tanner Groves. Basket and one opportunity here. Tanner Groves is a handful. Only 25 years old. As Hayato Maki hits the bench, he picks up his second personal foul. Coming in to replace him is the veteran Makoto Kinoshita. Tanner looking to complete the three-point play. Does so. Now a 6-point lead here at 13-7. Foul's going to be called there by Tanner, and so 2 free throws now here for Ryan Luther. Early foul trouble plaguing this VELCA squad. Mark Smith back. That was a very brief rest. You can see just how important this game is to both these coaches. They want the victory, even if it's not going to get them to the next phase of the competition. They're playing for pride, and that is more than enough. Luther makes both, cuts into that lead. Mark Smith will bring it down, not too much pressure. Then they try to blitz him. Tanner Groves with a floater. He was really not ready to take that shot. He was forced to take it. Almost with a 3-second violation. Luther for 3. No. Bonds with the putback. That's too easy. Lead's cut down to 2. Smith. I think he's going to try to call his number here. Bonds gets right back to him. Now Luther. The pass, not expected there by Tanner. Parks. Sidestepping move, will overshoot. There was no foul, but still Matt Bonds there for the putback. Back-to-back putbacks here for Matt Bonds, and we are deadlocked once again at 13. Baba with the turnover. It's a 4-on-1 break. That's a great pass. 4-on-1 break. Look who just checked in. Number 35, Suzuki. And Tatsuya possesses so much speed. And right now, his team is up by 2, 15-13. Under 4 minutes to be played. Yuday Baba is going to lose it. Wow, he's livid. He's wondering. He hit the deck. Let's watch it here. Well, the referees are saying there was minimal contact, and you can look at it there. Hardly a push really coming from Makoto. That's the second time that Baba has lost possession of the basketball. 15-13 is our tally. Volodymyr back on the floor. Suzuki to the wing. Luther. Nice crossover move. Well, he was trying to show the referee there was a foul, but again, as far as the referee was concerned, incidental contact says play on. Coach Fujita is not happy. A lot of the players livid with the officiating right here, but so far, it's been decent. Such as that one. There was incidental contact. In fact, it looked like it was Luther who initiated that one. That's clearly a foul. He was just really pushing him out of bounds. Watch this. Impossible for that not to be called a foul. And so now both teams are in the penalty here for the final 3:39. Looks like they're really pushing and seeing how much the referees will allow. Another turnover. They couldn't get it in bounds. Wow. Turnovers such as that drive coaches nuts. Coach Modi just turned around and tugged at his beard. What else can you do? Ooh, the veteran is in. Koya Kawamata, fan favorite. Number 99 with his dyed hair. It has actually been a sloppy first quarter. Usually you see this kind of a game at the start of the season, not at the end. When teams are just fine-tuning what they want to do. Tanner. He's got to go to the cup. He's got the advantage here. Finds Koya. Koya with a push shot, yes. Tied once again at 15. That's our fourth tie of the ball game. Instant contribution right away for Kawamata. He's in there really to box out Volodymyr. Suzuki against Brantley. Had to give that one up. Would have gotten blocked. Kinoshita puts it up. That will hit the backboard and go out. Suzuki, usually a starter, oftentimes used here by Coach Fujita, coming off the bench. Give them an extra spark for that second unit. Brantley finds Baba. They go to Tanner, a little bit outside his comfort zone. Tanner, they say, with a hook. Let's watch it here. No, it's going to be a quick foul here called first personal foul on Fumiya Leo. So Tanner on the line for 2 shots. One-point lead enjoyed by Nagasaki. That's a nice tap there. That might have gone down. Luther saving his squad 1 point there. Had a good pass. Wow. Can't really call that an unforced turnover because there was some pressure from Kawamata, as you see it here. Had to throw that one a little higher, but again, just too much juice behind it. 2 minutes and change in the first period. Baba. That was telegraphed. And Ryan Luther will sail in. Ryan Luther yesterday had 3 steals. That's his first for today. Brantley will stop, put up a 3. Yes! Gerald Brantley has been feeling it. Brantley had very good numbers this season. Averaging 18.8 points, 5.7 rebounds, and 4.2 assists. Kinoshita will launch, and they say no. We're going the other way. So Volodymyr Herun will be called for a moving pick. That's an offensive foul for Volodymyr. Not the best of moves there from the Ukrainian. Masaki Morikawa in the ball game. See, they try to speed things up a little. Here's Brantley once again, just coming off that 3. Baba to the wing. Groves for 3. Yes! Tanner Groves knocks down that 3. And it's now a 5-point advantage for the visiting squad. And Coach Fujita says, we need to talk things over. (22-17) our tally here. Entering the final minute and 10 of the first. Couple of down picks. And Parks comes out. We go back to Ray. To the wing. Bonds brings it closer. Up and under move. Yes! And he got hacked in the process. But patience shown here by Osaka. That's got to make Coach Fujita happy. Not forcing the issue, collapsing the defense. And then when they're scrabbling, come up with an easy bucket there. First personal foul going to be called on Kawamata. Bonds a little bit too strong. Reaching out for that board, Tanner Groves. Groves now with 2 boards to go there with his 7 points. Brantley to the corner, open 3. That rattles through. Back up to a 6-point lead. Long Tom, no. Baba with the rebound. Saves it. Final possession here now. Wisely bringing it out is Jaro. Now they got to make their move. Looking for space. For a shot though. He could have taken an open three. Took it in traffic. Comes up short, but nonetheless, Nagasaki with a 6-point lead here after one at 25-19. Second quarter underway here at the Okini Arena Maishima. And the visitors leading this one 25-19. Osaka with the basketball though. The veteran. Inside now, Joji Takeuchi, number 15. He can spread the floor, not to mention the fact that with his length, Takeuchi was all by his lonesome inside. Matt Bonds couldn't find him. Turnover there of that 24-second shot clock violation. Coach Modi now a little bit more pleased with the way things are proceeding. His team up by 6. Brantley in the backcourt. Brantley finds Smith. Smith for 3, in and out. Takeuchi with the board. Takeuchi will get it. Starts to collapse the defense. Sends it back out. Again, those long arms of the defense of VELCA making things really tough. That was Hayato Yamaguchi. Yamaguchi not really a scorer today. Yesterday, look at his numbers. 15 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal and 1 block. It's going to be a foul in the backcourt. That's on Tsuchiya. There it was. Stopping the forward progress. Ayatomaki, a starter here for Osaka, is back on the floor for Coach Fujita. Mark Smith will get it back. Kawamata comes out to set the pick. They try to look for Koya. It's a turnover. Tsuchiya will have to bring it back out. That's great transition defense here. And a foul's going to be called on Mark Smith. Watch this. Smith was saying he was getting pushed. Second personal foul going to be called on Mark. Marks has drawn so many fouls already here today. Maki will try to make his move. Flips it up and gets through. He was asking for a foul, but he'll settle for the 2 points. (25-21). Actually, the first basket here for either squad in the second period, and Smith delivers another one. Smith likes to have the ball in his hands and create for his squad. Ayato. Stopping, popping, overshooting. Brantley was there. Clean up that mess. Brantley now with 10 points and just too many easy shots inside. And Coach Fujita needs to talk things over with his boys. They need to come back down on defense. (29-21) is our tally here. 7:36 still to be played. This is now the biggest lead in the contest for either squad at 8. Uday Baba back. Mark Smith after that spill on the free throw line for 2 shots. Leads now at 9. Remember, VELCA won by 17 yesterday. Now OSAKA and their fans trying to get their team going. Luther throws it up. Foul's going to be called there on Kawamata. His second. Luther needs to be a little bit more active. There's Kawamata using his hands instead of his feet. Gets called for a foul in the process. So many fouls called here, which is quite surprising. Usually teams have a flow both offensively and defensively. But there's just no ebb and flow to this one. Second free throw will rim out. Mark Smith quickly down the floor. That's a great pass. Uday Baba will complete that one inside. He's a very strong individual. He's 6'5". Not to mention the fact that he's played abroad. Used to all the banging. Luther tries to slip. Parks, long three, offline. That's off AJ Edu's foot. Slowly but surely you can see VELCA pulling away. Ryan gets denied there by AJ. AJ is a real tough defender inside the shaded area. He's got great timing. Parks with a flip, yes! Timely cut there by Parks. He's gonna cut that lead. Down to 8. Brantley will go to AJ. Edu inside, no! That's gonna be tipped in by Parks. And so AJ will get credit for that basket. Sidestepping move, they kick it out. Suzuki will bring it back. Bonds fall away, a little bit too strong. AJ Edu couldn't clear. And Luther, the recipient of that one. (34-26). Pace is picking up a little bit here, which should be to the liking of the fans. Steal here by Parks. Luther, extra pass, Bonds for 2. And that will draw a quick timeout here from Coach Modi. Suddenly, they can't get the ball past the half court. There was some contact there, but again, these referees have been allowing all that contact all afternoon. Volodymyr Hirun will pick up his second personal foul there. Tanner Groves to the line. You like that after timeout play. Got to get your big man involved. Leads back up to 7. You got a packed house at the Okini Arena. Why not? These fans want to give their team a good send-off. Approaching the 5-minute mark of the second. Suzuki again can't get the pass off. It's a 3-on-1 break up high. AJ Edu scores. Edu with his first basket. He's got 2 boards and 1 assist. Nice move. Luther inside delivers. 11 points now for Ryan as we get to this official timeout. 4:58 remaining in quarter number 2. Final 5 minutes of the first half. In control of this ball game, Nagasaki VELCA. Groves, second attempt from 3, will come up short that time. Kinoshita will stop. He'll bring it up high. Gets it to Volodymyr. Volodymyr to the wing. Open 3. Yes! That was a well-run play. And Fumio knocking that one down. Plays like that, getting the defense in a mix-up will really help out their cause. Groves will bring it in once again. Uday Baba finds AJ. AJ Edu will misfire. Coming off his leg again that time. Jared Brantley in. Coach Modi wants a little bit more firepower. Volodymyr up high once again. Suzuki using his speed to get away from the defense. Goes to the corner. 3? No. Looks like that's going to be a foul on AJ Edu. Well, Edu was face guarding Volodymyr. 3 fouls on AJ. He's going to have to hit the bench. Koya Kawamata comes in his place. Kinoshita for 3, short. Smith to the board and he'll try to push. Kawamata can hit the 3. Finds Brantley. That's clearly a foul. Yuday Baba holding on to Kinoshita. And that foul will put VELCA in the penalty once again. Yuday Baba's first personal foul. 3:29 to be played here. Kinoshita gets it in. Suzuki calling out the play. We like Volodymyr handling up high. He'll go closer and score. They like that mismatch up against Kawamata, and he took advantage. Some pressure in the backcourt. Kinoshita. Baba handles that one so well. They blitz him. He finds Jarrell. Jarrell scores another 3. Brantley now with 13 points to go with his 1 rebound and 2 assists. 41-35 is our tally. Kinoshita puts up another one. Yes! They're finding their range here. (41-38). Brantley sets that pick. We'll get it back. Extra pass. City's not going to drop though. They got the shot they wanted. They got the shot they were looking for. Inside, Luther. Foul's going to be called there. Looked like Yamaguchi just jumped straight up, but they give Luther the benefit of the doubt. First personal foul going to be called there on Hayato. Coming back in, Masaaki Morikawa. Masaaki started a few games here for Coach Modi. Parks rejoins the action. Luther is going to miss a free throw. The free throw line has not really been good. Third miss already for Osaka. Luther is going to miss another one. He's a dead shot, but misses 2 from 15 feet. Smith to Brantley to the wing. We're going to reset. Mark Smith inside. Gets denied by Luther. Picked up by Baba. Shot clock at 1. And Yuday would step also on the sideline. You can see the frustration there on Coach Modi Maor. Telling his players, shoot that basketball. Don't be shy. Luther hits the bench. Coach Fujita still happy with where his team is at the moment. They were down by 10 at one stage. Volodymyr couldn't take advantage of that mismatch. Kinoshita, nice kiss off the glass. He's got 5 points. You're in the final minute. Lead is down to 1. Tanner Groves getting ready to check in. Another turnover. Baba has fallen to the ground so many times. Parks hits. It's now a 1-point lead for Osaka. Under a minute remaining here. What a turnaround after being down by 10, 32-22. Now they're up 42-41. Baba will kick it out. Nice lay-in. No timeout called. Final 16 seconds of this one. That's a great lay-in. Using his speed once again, Suzuki. Clock's ticking. It's down to 6. Smith might not get this off. He'll try. Comes up just short. 2 quarters are done here. And a good second quarter, as you can see there. 25 points scored by Osaka, holding their opponents to just 18. And at the halftime break, they're up by 1, 44-43.
本日は今シーズンの大阪ベッサのホームゲームに来たことがある方なら皆さんは聞いたことがある一曲を大阪ベッサチアダンススクールビッツの皆さんとのコラボで披露していただきます。それでは松本孝弘さん、ビッツの皆さんよろしくお願いします。
さあさあ行きましょう。昨日と今日と応援歌を歌いに来ました松本孝弘でございます。大阪ベッサ20周年、そしてこの歌を作ったのも20年前でございます。それから僕は今日本中を回り2300回チャリティーコンサートをしております。大阪から日本を元気にしようじゃないか。大阪万博の盛り上がってる、そして僕の弟の松本人志も今回やっとねダウンタウンチャンネルを立ち上げるということで大阪から日本を盛り上げようやないかということで今日こそ勝つだよということでこの曲でいきましょう。松本孝弘作りました曲だ。大阪エベッサ応援歌商売繁盛でかかってこんかい。
松本彩さん、ビッツの皆さん、ありがとうございました。次はエベッサベースアーカイブ賞、シンガーソングライター皆さんによるアーカイブ賞をお届けします。ご紹介をさせていただきます。キラキラとしたリアルなつながりが魅力の新世代アーティストうなさんです。5月1日から放送されている本日のゲームアートが株式会社エベッサの新 CM ソングを作曲出演をされております。そんなうなさんのオリジナルソングをお聴きください。それではうなさん、よろしくお願いします。
皆さんはじめまして、シンガーソングライターのうなです。今日はこの素晴らしい機会をいただいて皆さんの前でオリジナルソングを披露したいと思います。皆さんこれやるとも盛り上がっていきますか？手拍子なんかもしてくれちゃったりしますか？聞いてください。 Don't give up。挑戦し続ける自分の姿を応援してほしいと皆さんの力を借りようと作った曲です。皆さんこの後も応援を諦めずに盛り上がっていきましょう。ありがとうございました。
皆さん、ありがとうございました。
ここでグランプリサ
You're watching the highlights here. A lot of turnovers for both these squads. 11 already for Osaka, 13 for VELCA. Yudaibawa there with another turnover. That's been a real story here. As Luther scores in that layup. Parks to the corner. And then Bonds finishes with a foul there from Koya Kawamata. Strong to the basket there was Mark Smith. Mark Smith. That's a great bounce pass. Gets it over to Brantley. Brantley to Yudaibawa. Another one of those turnovers, resulting in the easy baskets. There's another one. Up high. No one's going to stop AJ Edu. And then Baba. Nice pocket pass. Finds Brantley. Brantley knocks down that three. Brantley would finish with 13 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists in 2 quarters. There's Baba going down once again. Getting off the break, and an easy 2 there for Parks. As you break down the numbers, 2-point shooting. Osaka shooting 71%, 15 out of 21. Decent clip there, 61% for VELCA. But in terms of 3-point shooting, 45% was Nagasaki. That kept him in the ball game. Only 27% shot here by EVESSA. Free throws, not really numbers to write home about. And then as we look at more numbers down, 26 to 20. Those are the points in the paint. So Osaka getting a whole lot more inside the shaded area. In terms of rebounds, just about even. 16 boards for Osaka, 17 for VELCA. In terms of assists, 13 assists for Osaka and 10 for VELCA. Scoring leaders, Luther with 11, 10 for Bonds, Parks with 7, and Kinoshita has 5. On the flip side, Brantley with 13, Baba and Groves with 9 apiece, and Morikawa would finish with 5. Final 2 periods for both these teams here for the B.LEAGUE season 2024-2025. Who will get the victory? We'll find out in a bit. Again, these two squads faced each other yesterday, Saturday. Winning that one was VELCA, 89 to 72. But Osaka up by 1 here today after 2 periods. Final 2 quarters for the fans to see their respective teams of Osaka EVESSA and Nagasaki VELCA. Next week, we'll bring in the playoffs. Everything's going to be ramped up.
さあここまで皆さんの声とギアを上げていきましょう
To the wing. Open three. Knocked down there. Good basket from Yamaguchi. He's starting to find his range. That's a good sign for VELCA. Brantley couldn't complete that steal. But you like what he does actively, defensively. A lot of slick portions on the floor after that spill. A lot of the fans courtside have some drinks as well, which have spilled onto the floor. Maki. Almost to the travel. Hayato will get it back. Goes inside, will come up short. Nice recovery by Kawamata. Foul's going to be called on Matt Bonds. That was just to stop the forward progress. First personal foul on Matt. First team foul on OSAKA here in the third. In is Masaya Karimata. He played sparingly in the first two periods. Almost losing it was Baba. Up high, Brantley. Up against the much smaller Suzuki. Karimata for three, no. Foul's going to be called on Karimata. Parks trying to go down to the low block immediately. There was the foul. Parks. That three wouldn't have counted even if it went down. They say it was an illegal pick. The foul's going to be called on Hirun. Third personal foul on Volodymyr. Nice basket inside by Brantley. He's got 15 points. First basket here in the second half. 4-point lead now here by Nagasaki. Foul's going to be called on Udai. He quickly acknowledges that one. Watch it here. Staying a little bit too close and that physical contact there with the body. Got him his second personal foul. Trying to get inside, Hayato Maki couldn't control it. The pass was a little too hard for him. Karimata happy with the result there. Smith gets it to Brantley. Open three, yes! Brantley now with 18 points. And they've opened up a 7-point lead here. Drop step. Gonna lose it though, but they couldn't get off the break. Karimata doing his job though. Off that double team from the blind side. Kinoshita will be sent back in. He did very well in his time on the floor in the first half. Looks to find another three. No. The ball falling to Baba. Nice spin. Brantley with a big slam. The complexion is completely turned here at the beginning of the third. And a timeout needed here by Osaka EVESSA. Back to the action. Now a 9-point lead enjoyed by the visitors. Kinoshita can't find space, had to put this one up. Shot clock was winding down. Not a very good possession run there coming off that timeout. What a pass! Baba though will travel. I think he was more surprised than anything else that he was that wide open. We're not going to see that in the replay. That would have been nice. 3 minutes gone here in the third. Luther. Almost slipped. Up against Baba. Good hands there from Udai. Udai. Almost got his pocket picked. Bonds was waiting behind him. There was a nice poke. There was Bonds. Just waiting, hoping. But foul's going to be called on Matt. That's going to be number 2. Three team fouls for Osaka, 2 for VELCA. Baba goes to Brantley. Brantley, that's an easy layup. That's good passing in the interior there, confusing the defense. And the lead is now 11 at 55-44. The offense of Osaka has just completely stalled. Falling away, hitting there is Ryan Luther. He's got 13 points. Luther yesterday had 20 points. He's working towards that number now. Mark Smith overshoots. AJ Edu blows the layup. Foul's going to be called there on Karimata. That's a wise foul. That's his second, third team foul for the visitors. They find Parks. Parks to the wing. Suzuki doesn't want to launch. Neither does Bonds. Luther will. And hit. They're right back in this one. Just down by 6. Yudai. Back to the half-court set for the boys in white. Baba almost traveled. Karimata gets to Baba. Yudai short. Kinoshita, nice bounce pass, but suddenly losing it was Luther. You can see the disappointment on the face of Ryan. He thought that was going to be an easy gather and lay-in. Tsuchiya, starter here, is back on the floor. Brantley will give it up. Baba trying to find some space. Brantley to the wing. Open three. Short there for Karimata. He thought he had it. Kinoshita picks himself up. Koya Kawamata back. Ayatomaki is also back in the action. Under 4.5 minutes to be played here in the third. Volodymyr still up high. Late call, but they're going to call a foul. Tsuchiya hits the deck. Clearly a foul there on Hayato. His second personal. Tanner Groves back in. And a bully his way inside, and Volodymyr will get it on the putback. That was against a double team, and he still scored. Lead cut down to 4. Back to Smith. Smith with the spin. To the wing. Extra pass. And a finish strong. Kawamata. Denied. Tanner Groves. Fouled. Just so many opportunities here at the offensive end for the boys in white. You like that power move from Yamaguchi. He blew that layup though. Now Tanner on the line. Both teams now in a penalty for the final 3:45. Today has been a highly physical affair. Parks will score. $59-53 is now our tally. Karimata tracks that one down. Mark Smith. That's a little bit too physical there from Tuchiya. They already had Mark Smith where they wanted. They need to come up with a silly foul there. That'll be the third on Tuchiya. And I say a silly foul because both teams are in the penalty. You're giving free throws to your opponents. Smith makes the first. There you can see the fans of Osaka EVESSA. They are the fans of Nagasaki. Smith will make the second. And the lead is back up to 8. Still within striking distance though is Osaka. Especially if they're able to score here. Volodymyr goes up high. 3, yes! On target since yesterday has been Ryan Luther. Luther today with 19 points. He had 20 yesterday. He also had 10 boards. Yesterday, today he's got 5. Baki and Masaki. He's been in and out of the lineup quickly. Coach Modi just trying to fill the gaps there. Mark Smith again. Almost lost it. Keeps that alive. Smith for 3. In and out. Tap goes to Luther in the open court. What was Mark thinking? If you throw it down court, he might get a warning here for delay of game. Third personal foul for Mark Smith. He will have to come out. With Mark Smith out, they need Yudai Baba back on the floor together with Gerald Brantley, who is their leading scorer. So wait, still to be played here in the third. Offensive rebound for Volodymyr, and he's got 2 free throws coming up. They're already face guarding Volodymyr, but you can see just how powerful he is. AJ Edu used up 3 fouls on him. Tanner gets one there. Hirun's first, good. Lead, down to 3. Is that going to be a push on Ryan? It might be. Luther was hoping to get another offensive rebound. Oh, so they're going to say it is a foul on VELCA. That's going to be another offensive rebound, technically speaking, and free throws coming here. You can see the disappointment on the face there of Maor. So they're going to give him a replacement free throw, and he'll convert. Leads down to 2. To the corner. That's good movement. Tanner, though, can't get down, wants to stay down. Luther, they're looking for the tie here after being down by 11. For the lead. No. They say that hit. So they got a brand new 14. Foul's going to be called on Luther, and Baba not happy with that push. Then he comes up with a smile. Clearly a push there. Yudai apparently felt that was unwarranted. They're going to review this one. Will it be upgraded to an unsportsmanlike foul? I think this is going to be a regular foul. That was just a little nudge. Both coaches taking this opportunity to give additional instructions to their boys. 91 seconds remaining in the third. Definitely 2 free throws coming the way of Yudai. Will they get possession here? That's the question. Just a regular foul as expected. Nothing really malicious or untoward there. Baba to give his squad a more comfortable lead with these 2 free throws. He'll make the first. Leads at 4. Volodymyr will be fouled. Just too many fouls here, ending the third period from both teams. First personal foul going to be called on Masaaki. He's getting an earful there from Coach Modi. Modi saying, you cannot foul, not at this stage. Volodymyr, though, is going to miss that free throw. Lead still at 4. Another live turnover, this time from Brantley. Volodymyr will take it in all the way and misfire though. Missed opportunity to get to within one for Volodymyr. Tanner Groves. Koya flips it up a little bit too strong. Volodymyr will try to push. Running on the wing. Tutsia left wide open. This for the tie? No. Tanner with the rebound. Almost gave it up. Final 40 seconds of the third. They go to their top scorer, Jarrell. He'll give it up though first. Baba's gonna lose it. And he commits the foul. That's gonna mean free throws here for Ryan Luther. It has actually not been Yuday Baba's day. Goes to the crossover. Mishandles it. And a double black eye with that foul. Now they're going to check this one. Again, it looks like just a regular foul from Yuday Baba. Look at the turnover situation. Osaka's got 16. 16 as well for VELCA. Reviewing this situation here. And again, as expected, just a regular foul. Yuday Baba will take his seat. That's his third. They don't want him to pick up a fourth here in the final, 28.5. They're going to need his presence on the floor, especially with the outcome still hanging in the balance. Luther trying to make a point here. Luther cans the first. He missed 2 free throws earlier in the first half. Makes good in the first. To bring it down to just a 1-point deficit. Will misfire. That's his third miss from the 15-foot line. And that is miss number 7 for Osaka. Mark Smith still at the controls here. Difference of about 3 seconds. Game clock, shot clock. Kawamata. Nice spin. And that'll drop for Koya. They're going to have the final say here to end the third. Big fan favorite here. Koya Kawamata scores. And it's a 4-point advantage for Nagasaki heading into the fourth.
まだまだいけます。さあ皆さんの声まだまだできますから選手に送っていきましょう。
Final period for both these squads for the B-League season 2024-2025. Who will come away with a victory in the open court? They send it up. Karimata goes inside. A couple of fakes. They'll bring it back out. Brantley sets up Mark Smith. Mark Smith delivers. Smith now with 8 points. Parks to try to bring it in. Creates space for himself and scores. Individual effort there from Ray Parks. Now in double digits with 11 points. Pretty good start to the final period. And they keep it going. Talking about both these squads. Smith to Brantley. Parks on him. Jarrell to the wing. Karimata for 3, no. Koya kicks it out. Another one. Still nothing. Bonds clears. Parks falling down. And there's going to be another turnover here. Wow. Turnover number 18. You just can't afford those kind of turnovers, especially when you're down. Smith finds his big man. Kawamata delivers. And a foul there on Volodymyr Verun. 6 points now here for Koya. And despite the fact that Volodymyr is much taller, Kawamata using his heft. And that's going to be foul number 4 on Herun. Yuday Baba back. Kawamata can't complete the three-point play. Matt Bonds going to Parks. Parks splits the defense. Not going to get the roll though. Bonds trying to keep it alive. Smith really trying to battle for it. Exactly 8 minutes remaining. Suzuki gets it in. Kinoshita. No space to operate. And he comes up with a turnover. AJ picks it up. Nice release pass and Mark Smith in the open court. Foul's going to be called on Suzuki.
介です17番山口選手入ります。
Chance of defense. They need it. Brantley will come up short. Kinoshita tracks it down. He'll try to push. He finishes strong. Lead is down to 5. $70-65. That's going to get through the hands. Not the kind of way you want to do your offense, but ooh, the challenge seems like will be issued here by Coach Fujita. So the call on the floor was ball staying here with Nagasaki. First head coach challenge of the afternoon. There was that last play, and it looked like it was clear. Watch it again. Ooh, it might have been tipped. It really might have been tipped there by Kinoshita. Let's see what they say. So it's not touched by Kinoshita. But you can understand where the referees were coming from. It looked like it was partially deflected. Coach Fujita says, I saw it. Wins the challenge, they're going to get possession. They're still down by 5. Parks will be fouled there by Aju. That was Filipino up against Filipino in the air. Watch it here. AJ Edu will pick up another foul. That'll be number 4. Decision-making time now here for Coach Modi Mayor. Do you keep him on the floor or do you sit him down for at least a minute or 2? Parks trying to get his squad closer. First goes down. All important free throws here. We've got a much closer affair. As yesterday, it is a 17-point win by VELCA. Now they're up by 3. Parks picking up Smith. Still not going to his starters here. Is Coach Maor. AJ Edu, no. But he sticks with it. Nice steal. Back to a 5-point advantage. Credit to AJ Edu there for not giving up. A travel. Actually, Suzuki was lucky that they got called for the travel, or else it would have been up and off to the races here for VELCA. Coach Moore calling out the play. Smith inside, glides and scores. 12 points for Mark Smith. He's been picking his spots perfectly. And the lead is back up to 7. Coming off that timeout, needing to score here is Osaka. Big possession coming up. You cannot afford to fall down even more. Active hands once again by AJ. You gotta credit him with the deflection there. Possibly not the steal though. Nonetheless, possession with VELCA. Spin by Brantley. Smith for 3. Bang! That's huge. Suddenly, it's a 10-point advantage for the visitors. Luther tries to answer back and does. That's his third 3. He's got 24 points now in the contest. That was huge. That keeps him in the ball game. Brantley was looking for a pass, almost went through the hoop. Foul's going to be called, stopping the action on Karimata. Not quite sure if that was a good foul. They didn't really have numbers the other way. Third personal foul on Masaya. You do not want to get into early foul trouble because it's going to be down to a free throw shooting contest. Big bucket there coming from Makoto. He's close to double digits now. Leads at 5. Next dead ball situation, we're going to have a timeout. Live turnover. Vaughn sidesteps and lays this one through. It's a 3-point affair heading into the final 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Final 4 minutes and 30 seconds. An offensive foul is going to be called here. Not what you want to see, especially from Kenji Leon, who just checked in. And he's going to be lifted. He played for what? 2 seconds. Back in, Masaaki Morikawa. Just 3 points separating these two squads. They could tie with a 3 here or come to within 1. Bonds with another layup. A little bit too strong that time though. Trying to run. Masaaki doesn't want to force the issue. Gives it up. Smith waits for the pick. Brantley makes his move. It might be a 3-point play. They're saying Leo says otherwise. Coach Fujita beside himself there. Can't believe that happened. This is what transpired. Well, Mark Smith actually didn't take another dribble. He went straight to the cup. That was a smart move. Lead could be 6 now. Misses the free throw though. The 5th miss by VELCA from the 15-foot line. 7 misses by Osaka. That time, Matt Bonds is not going to make a mistake. Chance of defense. Lead, back down to 3. Trying to blitz Mark Smith. He handles that ball so well. Smith, deep 3. Short. Good line. But well short that time. Under 3 minutes to be played. They go to Luther. They should. He's got the hot hand. Now to Bonds. Shot clock. Down to 4. Puts up a deep one. Short. Big rebound there by AJ. AJ Edu only with his 5th board. But that was huge. Brantley back to Smith. 2-man game. Brantley, power dribble. And he got fouled. That foul will put Osaka in the penalty for the final 2 minutes and 23. Brantley on the line now for 2 shots. Here comes Volodymyr. They need his height. Luther will come out. Parks back in as well. Well, the downside is your best 3-point shooter in Ryan Luther has to sit down because Bonds seems to have found his rhythm. That's a big dilemma here always for coaches. Which world import combination do you go to? Lead is up to 4. Getting to their offense now. Down by 5, needing to score once again. Parks on the attack. He'll misfire. Tracked by Bonds. Shot clock though is down to 4. Parks realizes it. Sidestepping move, gets denied. What a block from the behind there. Watch it on the replay. That was initially blocked by Brantley and blocked as well by AJ Edu. Final 2 minutes. Here comes Ryan Luther. Brantley will bring it up. There's now Bonds given the rest. Just when it seemed like Bonds was the right choice. Baba kicks it back out. Shot clock down to 6. A little hezzy. You die for 3. Misses everything. Just a 2-possession ball game. Heading to the final 94 seconds. Kinoshita back in. Decision making is really critical here. Let's see if that was a good decision to send Luther back in. They need to go to their world imports. I'm surprised why they don't go inside to Volodymyr. To the wing, the pass a little bit too high there by Suzuki. Disappointed. You can see there the look on Coach Hiroki Fujita. Mark Smith will get it past the timeline, then work it up into the half-court set. Kinoshita. Kind of stay with Mark Smith. There's a steal. And that might be a foul on Smith on Ray Parks. So now both teams will be in the penalty. Luther there with his active hands pried that ball away from Smith. He's going to hobble back to final minute. Osaka with the ball. Down 2 possessions. They got to score quickly here. And then play D for VELCA Probably just one stop might give them the ball game. Kinoshita inside. That's another block there by AJ Edu. That's huge. I feel they got a foul. If they don't foul here, it's ball game. They're not fouling. Precious seconds ticking away. Brantley for the dagger. Yes! And that's it. Edu picks himself up and says,
大阪選手交代です。
ball game.
選手入ります。
That's a huge shot here for Jarrell. I'm surprised they gave him that space. He's the leading scorer for VELCA. You got to take the ball out of his hands. Leads at 8. Stepping on the sideline there was Matt Bonds. 14.4 remaining, and that's it. Disappointing finish here for EVESSA. Not quite sure why they're going to foul him.
ファウルです。大阪35番鈴木選手個人ファウルに
Impossible to come back
数えました。
with just 7 seconds remaining. Down by 8. Could be even 10. So Osaka will go down to loss here in their final outing this season at the Okini Arena.
さあもう一回いきましょう。ハリセンディフェンス。
They might have the final say here. They have 7 seconds to still score. Luther will try to push. Kinoshita finds Bonds. Bonds for 3. No. Tip in from Parks. Will not be successful as well. And Brantley, with a sigh of relief, says, yes, we've got back-to-back victories to end the season. And we will finish 26 and 34. Disappointing afternoon here for Osaka. At one stage, they were down by 10. That was in the second period. And then they still led by 1 at the half. And then in the third, they were down by 11 and they were able to tie things up. But at the end, again, they will yield the lead and eventually succumb here. Nagasaki VELCA winning this one 85-76. Don't go away, as we've got interviews coming up with the head coach and the winning player.
Nagasaki VELCA の選手皆さん、そしてベンチャーの皆さん、ありがとうございました。さあ、両チームの選手、改めて大きな大きな拍手をお送りください。 シーズン3度目本当にありがとうございました。皆さんの応援があったから、60試合耐え抜くことができましたし、自分たちが望んだ形でシーズンを終えることはできなかったんですけど、60試合、全体を通してハードワークし続けれたシーズンだったと思うので、本当に選手たちに感謝してます。ハードワークしたからこそ、次のステップがあると思うので、しっかり課題もたくさん見えましたし、次につながるような、シーズンにできたかなと思います。皆さんの応援のおかげです。ありがとうございます。
はい、マオロヘッドコーチお疲れ様でした。
お疲れ。
昨日に続いてですね、僅差のゲームとなりましたが、今日のゲームについて、振り返りいかがでしょうか。
When you reflect back to today's game, how do you feel? It was a close game too.
It was extremely physical and fit the story of our entire season.
本当に今日に関してはフィジカルなゲームだと思っていて、本当今シーズン自分たち戦ってきたゲームと本当すごい似てたっていう意味で言うと、ちょっと。
Injuries for Baba in the beginning, injuries for Mark at the end, but our guys showed character and toughness. I'm happy they played the right way.
今シーズンずっと怪我人というのがたくさんずっと続いていて、本当自分たちっていうのは苦労したシーズンだったんですけども、今日の試合に関してもやっぱり雄大さんが途中で怪我をしてしまったり、マーク選手が怪我をしてしまった中でもしっかり勝ち切れたっていうのは本当に嬉しく思います。
はい、ありがとうございます。昨日のゲームの違いとしてこちらをお見受けする限りではゲームのいろいろ僅差のゲームの時間帯の中でも非常にベンチワークも、メンバーも含めて落ち着いたゲーム運びに見えたんですけれども、昨日との違いちょっとこちらはそういうふうに感じてるんですけどいかがでしょうか。
So when you compare to yesterday's game and today's game, he feels like we were a little bit more settled. Like the bench guys did a great job. We kind of settled. So how did you feel about today's game compared to yesterday's game?
I think we played the right way for most of the game. We were able to control. For big parts of the game, we were able to create our offense, get to the shots that we needed to get. The story of the game in the beginning was the turnovers. We kept turning the ball over against the press in the first quarter and the beginning of the second. Once we settled down in that, we did a pretty good job.
そうですね、本当に選手全員というのがしっかり割とコントロールできて、自分たちの遂行したいバスケットっていうのはオフェンスでもしっかりできていたかなと思っていて、ただ前半に関して少し大阪さんのディフェンスがすごい良かったので、そこでターンオーバーっていうのをいくつかしてしまったんですけども、そこをしっかりアジャスト改善していった後っていうのは本当にいい試合ができたかなと思っています。
はい、最後はちょっと怪我人も出たということはありますけれども、メンバー揃った中でやはり強い長崎というのを最後に2連勝という形で見せていただきました。こちらの方を応援してくださっているファンの皆さんにコメントありましたらお願いします。
Quick words to the fans.
応援ありがとうございます。愛してます。Looking forward to seeing you guys soon.
また近々お会いできることを楽しみにしています。
はい、お疲れのところありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。
We should have an interview with at least one of the players here. We're holding on for that one before we show you the highlights.
はい、ブラントリー選手お
Here
疲
we
れ様
have
でした。
Gerald Brantley.
お疲れ様です。
今日も27得点と大活躍でしたが、今日のゲームを振り返っていかがでしょうか。
Today you scored 27 points, like a wonderful performance. Please reflect the game.
Credit to my team and my coaching staff. This was a long season for us.
長いシーズンだったんですけど、選手、チームのみんな、スタッフのみんなが助けてくれてここまで来たと思ってます。
And we just wanted to come out and finish strong, and just leave it all on the floor. And gratefully, we got out with a win.
最後までやりきるっていうところができたっていうところが勝利につながったかなと思っています。
今回の2連勝もそうですけども、やはり存在は非常に大きかったと思うんですが、シーズンの途中で怪我人とかチームの中でもいろんなトラブルがあったと思うんですけれども、そういうのを乗り越えて今があってということになるんですけど、シーズン振り返ってどんなシーズンだったでしょうか。
Season was really wrong. Like in the middle, like we got injured players, but you played 60 games through. Like you're basically the main guy. Like please reflect the season.
This year was a blessing. I did some things I didn't know I could do, but through a lot of hard work and the grace of God, got through it.
まあ自分が思ってた以上のことをできたシーズンだったかなと思ってて、まあ周りに助けられたシーズンだったというふうにも思ってます。まあ60試合戦い抜けたことをとても嬉しく思います。
はい、最後にですね、チームを大阪でもたくさんのファンの皆さんが支えてくれてました、応援してくださる方たくさんいたと思いますが、シーズンを通してのコメント、ファンの皆さんへのコメントがあったらお願いします。
You know, even in Osaka away games, a lot of our fans are here. What please message for them?
Super grateful for VELCA fans. In my opinion, I'm biased. They're the best fans in B.LEAGUE.
まあ自分の意見ですけど、ベルカのファンの方々はもう B リーグで一番のファンだと思ってます。
And I know that soon we'll be able to win a lot of games for them. So thank y'all so much. ありがとうございます。
まあすぐ彼らのためにももっと勝ちを届けられるように頑張ります。これからも応援よろしくお願いします。
はい、お疲れのところありがとうございました。シーズンもお疲れ様でした。
Nice interview there by Gerald Brantley, as we're going to have the highlights here now. As actually, here in the stadium, there will be end of season ceremony for all the fans here at the Yukini Arena. But right now, let's take a look at these highlights. It is a tight affair. Ryan Luther, good and hit there. Matt Bonds turning so many offensive rebounds into extra baskets for his squad. Parks in the break. Will overshoot, and there's Matt Bonds once again. After the first period, VELCA would lead by 6, 25-19. Actually, the first quarter, there were 4 ties. The last at 15. It is a real tight affair here in the first period. Likewise, that's what happened in the second quarter. Despite the fact that VELCA led by as much as 10 points at 32-22, at the halftime break, it was just a 1-point lead, and it was a lead by Osaka by 1, 44-43. Uday Baba had his share of points. So did Mark Smith, but just too many turnovers for both these squads. Look at this. 24 turnovers for Osaka, 21 for Nagasaki VELCA. It is a sloppy game, but still, despite that, it's still a win. An ugly win, but a win nonetheless by VELCA. Brantley, game-long brilliance as he finished with 27 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists. Ray Parks scores inside. Parks would finish with decent numbers, 13 points and an assist. At the half, it was Osaka, 44-43. And then Brantley and company went to work early. As we mentioned a while ago, it was a 10-point lead for VELCA. In the midway point of the second period, they led by 10 and leading by 11 points in the middle of the third quarter was VELCA at 55-44. And it looked like it was going to be a runaway victory, but still, closing the gap to end the quarter was Osaka. After 3 periods, that 11-point lead was cut down to just 4 at 65-61. Here's Mark Smith. Nice handoff, finds Koya Kawamata. And the big man delivers some big baskets. And then Mark Smith taking it all the way in. He controlled the pace. He controlled the tempo of this one. Brantley kicks it out. Smith wide open for three. Hits a big bucket once again. They go to Luther. Able to come up with a three of his own. That's his favorite spot. And then working against a local defender. Gets the foul. Kisses it off the glass. And he'd complete the three-point play. It is close heading into the final 2 minutes of play, but Gerald Brantley came up with a big three there. Bonds tries to answer. Can't. And that should be it for this one. As VELCA ends the season winning 2 straight games, 89-72 yesterday and today winning 85-76. So looking at the numbers, just about even rebounding, just a +3 for Osaka. In terms of assists, they were dead even at 18 each. Shooting from the field, just about even. 49% for Osaka, 48% for VELCA. As you take a look at some of the highlights here of Osaka's season. What's happening right now over the Okini Arena Maishima is the ceremony ending the season for Osaka EVESSA.
1月29日アウェー琉球ゴールデンキングス戦です。それでは VTR どうぞ。さあ鈴木達也のスリーポイントが来た。木下と伊藤、そしてルーサーです。ハンドオフでもらいました。木下カットインしてエンドワンになりました。木下誠。よかったですね。鈴木ゲルピック使ってスリーポイント。いや今日鈴木のスリーポイント好調です。11ポイント。スリーポイントはですね。中見てました。ここはどうか。リバウンド。強いですね。さあショットブロックリセットされていますが、鈴木のスリーポイント4本目が来ました。鈴木達也。さあ琉球が逆転。ここでギアを上げる、そして岸本選手。さあ牧が入っていく。ツーポイント決めて再び大阪が前に出る。さあどうなる。外してからアルバ取ってツーポイントがここで落ちました。試合終了。大接戦となりました。琉球大阪。大阪が勝利を手にしました。
抽選でお選びしておりますので、選ばれた皆様は後ほどよろしくお願いいたします。
早速発表に移っていきましょう。まずはベッサーが選ぶ流行語大賞の発表です。この賞ではベッサーの皆さんの投票によって今シーズン最も印象に残った流行語を発表いたします。それでは発表いたします。ベッサーが選ぶベスト流行語大賞はマッキーです。さあ、流行語の名前になっている牧選手、ぜひ中央へ。ちょっと伊予選手が今ね、俺じゃないのかっていう感じですけども、じゃあ2人揃って出てるか。じゃあまずは牧選手、流行語に選ばれた気分はいかがですか。
飯尾文也選手のおかげです。ありがとうございます。マッキーです。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。さあ、こちらの流行語大賞は牧選手をね、ではお二人で話すということで、牧選手と飯尾選手お二人に表彰させていただきます。さあ、花束の贈呈がございますので、お二人中央にもう一度出てください。よろしくお願いします。
それでは花束の贈答です。プレゼンターはベッサーの萩本大輔さんです。はい、それでは記念撮影を行います。
さあ、それではいきますよ。準備いいですか。飯尾選手も入っていただいて。それではいきますよ。3、2、1、GO！ 萩本さん、ありがとうございました。さあ、ベッサーが選ぶベスト流行語大賞はマッキーですでした。ありがとうございます。
As the ceremony continues here at the Okini Arena, we'd like to say good afternoon to everybody. Thanks so much for joining us for all the games here for the regular season. Starting next week, the playoffs begin. Till then, take care. Have a great week ahead. God bless.
発表いたします。ベッサーが選ぶベスト BT パフォーマンス賞はキララさんです。ではベッサーが選ぶ大阪ソウル賞の発表です。この賞ではベッサーの皆さんの投票によって今シーズン最も大阪ソウルを感じた選手が選出されております。それでは発表いたします。ベッサーが選ぶ大阪ソウル賞はナンバー35鈴木達也。鈴木選手おめでとうございます。選手には鈴木選手のディフェンスはまさにトップファイトを感じるから、良い時も悪い時も常にチームを鼓舞し続けたから、 まだベテランだけど若い選手に負けないくらいハッスルしてたからキャプテンとして苦しい展開の中でもプレーや表情で勝ちたいという熱い気持ちを見せてくれたからとのことです。鈴木選手、大阪総合を受賞しましたが今の気持ち聞かせてください。
1年間本当にドッグファイトしてきたので、それが皆さんに伝わってよかったです。いつものやついきます。大阪ソウルやったるで
ありがとうございます。
それでは花束の贈呈です。プレゼンターはベッサーの井上隆さんです。
それでは行きましょう。3、2、1、GO！ありがとうございました。で、大阪総合は松山選手でした。さあ、それでは続いての賞です。次はベッサークラブワンオンシーズンの発表です。ご賞味はベッサーの皆さんの投票によって今シーズン最も活躍したと思う選手が選出されております。それでは発表いたします。ベッサーが選ぶ魔王のシーズンは名前なるライアン・ルーソー。ルーソー選手おめでとうございます。年始リーグは来日1年目でこの活躍、フローターを打つと安心安全ライアン・ルーサー。新しい環境に慣れるのも大変だと思うのに毎試合ルーサーありがとうと思うようなプレーが多かったので何でもやってくれる神でした。コートにいる時の安心感が半端なかったです。どんなに苦しい試合状況でも諦めずにリバウンドを取りに行ったり激しいディフェンスで諦めない姿勢が本当に印象に残っているからとのことです。それではルーサー選手、モンシーズンに選ばれた気持ち聞かせてください。
First of all, thank you fans for your support all season. Without your energy, we wouldn't be able to have as good a season as we did.
皆さん本当にシーズンを通してサポート、応援本当にありがとうございました。皆さんのエナジーがしっかりと自分たちに届いて、こうやってプレーできたかなと思ってますんで本当に感謝してます。ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございました。
それでは花束の贈呈です。プレゼンターはベッサーの亀岡富香さんです。それでは花束お受け取りください。このまま記念撮影参りましょう。
さあ、それではいきますよ。3、2、1、GO！亀岡さん、ありがとうございました。ベッサーが選ぶ魔王のシーズンはライアン・ルーサー選手でした。それでは続いての賞の発表です。続いてはワイドウッド賞の発表です。ご賞ではワイドウッドが表彰したいと思った選手が選出されております。この賞の発表は今シーズンのホームゲームをいつも盛り上げていただきましたスパン水本健一さんから発表いただきたいと思います。水本さん、お願いいたします。
お願いします。水本っていうね、おっさんの声しかないですけど、拍手をください。皆さんよろしくお願いします。マイロ君、選手の皆さんお疲れ様でした。はい、違う、俺こっちや。
そうなんです。
すみません、俺こっちやった、立ち位置。すみません、こっちやね、こっちやね。
お願いします。
すみません。はい。発表ね、僕です。はい。ごめん、ちょっと老眼で見えにくいんですけど、すみません。これぐらいで見えます。マイロ君賞はナンバー20。ゴーダレイ選手です。
ゴーダ選手おめでとうございます。中央へお願いいたします。
ゴーダ君やで。俺が選んだわけちゃうからな。
そしてこちら選考理由はね、マイル君の方から伺いたいと思います。
もうしゃべる。マイル君賞もうしゃべるんですかね。
じゃあ相田さんも中央に行っていただいて。
だからマイロ君が選んでくれた理由がここに書いてるらしくて、大田選手 それ前田君めくってからなぜ郷田選手が前田君賞選ばれたのか。前田君と俺漫才したこともありました。これで前田君全然しゃべれないから、じゃあめくろう、せーの、よいしょということで、丸9年も僕のこと見てくれてるだけあって忠実に似顔絵を再現してくれたからということです。
今ビジョンに出ていますね。この似顔絵、はい、これが理由ということになってます。
めちゃめちゃ下手やけどあれ、郷田君めっちゃ下手やん。